Last week, U.S. stock markets maintained their bullish momentum, supported by strong investor confidence, continued enthusiasm for artificial intelligence, and expectations that inflation will remain under control. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq finished near record highs, while the Dow Jones remained close to its all-time peak. Investors largely looked past short-term geopolitical concerns and focused on the upcoming earnings season and key economic data. Technology stocks once again led the rally. Semiconductor manufacturers, cloud computing companies, and AI-related businesses attracted the strongest buying as institutional investors continued allocating capital to high-growth sectors. Large-cap technology companies remained the biggest drivers of market gains, fueled by expectations that AI investments will continue supporting earnings growth. Financial stocks also gained attention ahead of earnings from major U.S. banks. Investors are watching whether higher interest rates continue supporting bank profits, while consumer spending and loan demand remain resilient. Trading volume increased during the week, reflecting stronger participation from institutional investors, rather than only retail traders. Market breadth also improved, with more sectors joining the rally, making the advance broader and healthier. Despite the optimism, risks remain. Treasury yields are still elevated, and any unexpected increase in inflation could quickly change investor sentiment. Oil prices and geopolitical tensions also have the potential to create short-term volatility. Next week will be critical for the market. Investors will closely monitor the U.S. Consumer Price Index, CPI, Producer Price Index, PPI, and retail sales data for fresh signals on inflation and economic strength. At the same time, earnings season accelerates with reports from major banks and other blue-chip companies, which could strongly influence market direction. If inflation meets or falls below expectations and corporate earnings beat forecasts, the S&P 500 and Nasdaq could continue climbing toward new record highs. Technology, financials, communication services, and selected industrial stocks are expected to remain market leaders. However, if inflation comes in above expectations or earnings disappoint, investors may take profits after the recent rally. High-valuation technology stocks would likely experience the biggest swings, while defensive sectors such as healthcare, utilities, and consumer staples could outperform. Overall, the medium-term outlook for U.S. equities remains positive. Economic growth continues, earnings expectations are healthy, and institutional money flows remain supportive. However, next week is likely to be one of the most important weeks of the month, as inflation reports and corporate earnings will determine whether the market extends its rally or enters a short-term consolidation.